folks, we get ever closer to finding out just exactly who's going to be making the chase in all three NNSCRA series. Today, we continue on with the next step in the Oreo Truck Series as we race number 13 here at Daytona International Speedway. This being the Under the Lights race, and this is the well, you can't really call it the summer race, but it's the second Daytona race of the season. And clearly the driver that probably is going to come in with a bit of an advantage would be Michael Harvey, starting off there in the 4th position. You can see him starting alongside of Timmy Pacioli. But Michael Harvey, he won the first Daytona race here earlier this season, and also has some pretty good statistics, average sticker plate tracks as a whole so far in his NNSCRA career. Boy, I can't talk. Anyway, let's give you the starting lineup for today's races. There are going to be 24 laps of racing here tonight. On the pole is going to be Nick Eggleston. In 2nd place will be Jacob Rodriguez. 3rd, Timmy Pacioli. And 4th will be Michael Harvey. In row 3, we've got Jake Rogers and Harold Columbia. Ray Wilson lining up alongside Adam Chambers in row 4. And in row 5, we got Robert Cruz alongside of Alex Lozano. Then we got Matthew Rodriguez lining up alongside of James Bald. Go Homer, Noel Stiller going to line up to the inside of Anthony McCurry. Sean Galligan inside of Ziggy Bain, and then it's Robert Bain, our defending Truck Series champion, alongside of John Brace. Dougie Shears going to line up beside of Jake Berg. Then you got Angel D'Souza beside of Adrian Brace. Last week's winner at Chicagoland, John Dillon, going to roll up there alongside of Ralph Green. Then it's Adam Rose beside of John Worry. Diego Brace going to line up alongside of Corey Williams. Jordan Hester going to be beside of Tom Weekly. Making his first career Truck Series start will be Dylan Young, driving the number 59 Team SPR.com. I believe that's a Toyota. Yes, it is indeed. And he's going to start off alongside of Kenny McCurry. Christian James going to be beside of Jake Cole. Lisa Shears going to line up alongside of the 23 of Jesse Kaplan. Daniel Schwab beside Arnold Columbia. Kristen Worry, Philip Stiller, Matt Nathan, and Jacob Lawler complete the rest of the field. So we'll be keeping our eye on Dylan Young, making his first career Oreo Truck Series start here today at Daytona. And you know, we have a few drivers that are trying to make all 3 series here as rookies now in the second half of the season, but Dylan Young is almost kind of like Tom Weekly, only wanting to race in the Oreo Truck Series, and he makes his first career race here today. So 24 laps of racing as we are getting pretty close to the whole chase scenario to start taking shape, but there's still a chance for some drivers that are outside of the top 10 in standings to be able to work their way in to that top 10 before we finish off the race at Atlanta, or at New Hampshire. And but they're going to try to here today, and also drivers that are up there inside the top 10 going to be trying to take and secure their spot in the top 10 with possibly a good run here today. Nick Eggleston is one of those drivers, as a matter of fact. So he's going to take them down to the green flag. 24 laps of racing under the lights at Daytona. Who could ask for anything more? As we're underway, and already there's some pushing and shoving there. Jake Rogers is going to shove the Timmy Pacioli machine down there, down low, and they are 3 wide, and 3 wide looks like it may be over. Oh, contact! Oh, there goes Timmy Pacioli into the wall. Jacob Rodriguez, Adam Chambers is sideways. Tom Weekly's involved. Arnold Columbia is involved. Philip Stiller has gotten into it. Jesse Kaplan is involved. Oh, and there's a spin further up here involving John Brace, Noel Stiller, Nick Eggleston, the pole sitter, Anthony McCurry, Matthew Rodriguez, Kristen Worry, and John Brace. Lisa Shears, Adrian Brace, they're off the pace as well. So is John Worry. So is our defending champion, Robert Bain. It's just a mayhem of wrecks going on here as the leader is going to be, I think, Ray Wilson. Yes, he is. He is the leader over Alex Lozano and Harold Columbia. Here's some more cars involved. Anthony McCurry, Tom Weekly. There's our pole sitter, Nick Eggleston, Lisa Shears, Kristen Worry, Jacob Rodriguez, John Worry, Robert Bain. Jesse Kaplan, Arnold Columbia, Philip Stiller, they're all on pit road. So is Timmy Pacioli. John Brace is on pit road. Matthew Rodriguez. Kenny McCurry, I think, got a piece of something there. Oh my goodness, that was a huge wreck. And it involved a lot of the guys who started up at the front of the field. Let's take a look at a replay. Well, this was while going 3 wide for the lead. We're going to take a look here at Chambers and see if we can see where the contact starts. Right there, Jake Rogers got into Nick Eggleston, sent him up the racetrack, and Michael Harvey got some of that as well in the 03. Everybody tries to make their way down there. Look at Chambers, he's sideways. He could have saved that too, but, there's nowhere to go up on that high side. And Weekly, Stiller, Columbia, Kaplan, they all pile in. That was just the first of what I think was 3 wrecks. We're going to now look and see what involved Nick Eggleston for a second time. And look at the smoke just pouring out of points leader Timmy Pacioli's car. That car is done. Right, so after that wreck right here, they're all trying to find their spots. And looks like Matthew Rodriguez just gets into Robert Cruz. Noel Stiller gets a little piece of it here as well. And I think then it's ending up going to go up the racetrack. Yep. Gets Anthony McCurry. James Bald almost spins out right there. Dougie Shears gets a piece of it. Angel D'Souza is involved. There's Robert Ban, Ziggy Bain. They're involved. Jake Berg tries to make his way on by. Adrian Brace just gets by. John Worry not so lucky. He not only hits Matthew Rodriguez, but he also gets a piece of Anthony McCurry up there. Lisa Shears gets a piece of it. There you see Kristen Worry, John Brace, Kenny McCurry. And then I think there was a wreck even further up. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. Okay, we're watching the 12 car, that red and silver and white car right there of Adrian Brace. He makes contact right there with Jake Cole, and that's going to send him around for a spin. Right there you see Lisa Shears got clipped by John Worry, and that sends her up the racetrack towards the outside retaining wall. And here's Diego Brace. He gets and makes contact there with the 12, and then John Worry, who's already made contact once, is going to come in here and make even more contact with that number 12. So this was a big wreck, and it'll be interesting to see who's able to make repairs and whatnot, because these trucks are tough, but a lot of them took some pretty hard hits here in the first lap of the race here at Daytona. Alright, so we'll get ready to go back under green. Here's the drivers that are out of this race. John Brace has retired. Noel Stiller, I believe, they've retired, but they may be on the racetrack 1 lap down. We'll find out in just a moment. But we do know for certain that Robert Ban, Jacob Rodriguez, Nick Eggleston, Anthony McCurry, Timmy Pacioli, our points leader, is involved. Also out is Adam Chambers, John Worry, Tom Weekly, Jesse Kaplan, Lisa Shears, Arnold Columbia, Kristen Worry, and Philip Stiller. A lot of drivers in this that are up in the standings doing really well, namely Timmy Pacioli, Adam Chambers, Philip Stiller, and Robert Ban involved in this, and you can also add pole sitter Nick Eggleston to that list as well. So a lot of drivers may be able to capitalize on this and be able to get into the top 10 in the standings here today with a good run. Here's the way they line up. Ray Wilson leads, Alex Lozano is second, third is Harold Columbia, Jake Rogers fourth, fifth is James Bald, sixth is Ralph Green, seventh Sean Galligan, eighth now is Dylan Young, the rookie making his first start today, Christian James ninth, and Corey Williams 10th. Adam Rose 11th, Daniel Schwab starts 12th. Then you got Matt Nathan 13th, Jordan Hester in 14th, John Dillon in 15th, 16th is Jake Berg, Kenny McCurry 17th, 18th Jacob Lawler, 19th is Diego Brace, and Angel D'Souza runs in 20th. Michael Harvey 21st, Jake Cole 22nd, Robert Cruz 23rd, 24th is Adrian Brace, 25th is Ziggy Bain, 26th Dougie Shears, and Matthew Rodriguez is 27th. Those 2 cars that I mentioned that I thought might be out of the race, Noel Stiller and John Brace, they have indeed retired from today's event. So we're left with just a fraction of the cars we had beforehand to come back to the green flag here on lap 6. Some of them possibly could end up getting into the top 10 in the standings here today. With a good finish at Daytona, green flag back out. Ray Wilson leads the way in that number 52. Most muscle we've seen out of Ray Wilson probably was in the non-points event, the Oreo Open at Trenton, when he ended up finishing 3rd after starting on the pole. Unfortunately, that cost him from making the All-Star race, but he had a pretty good day there. And here we go. Battle on for the lead. Harold Columbia. Columbia's got some pretty good numbers at restricted plate tracks for a rookie. Ended up taking the Truck Series win at Talladega earlier this season. Oh, contact! Oh, and he's in the wall! Ray Wilson flips! Wildly flipping as Ray Wilson as the caution's out. Oh, Jake Cole is involved too. Oh, man, look at the Harold Columbia machine. Oh, Jake Cole, Adrian Brace. Oh, and they're wrecking further up. Jordan Hester, Ziggy Bain, Robert Cruz. Oh, man, a lot of cars just took a beating right there. There's what's left of Jake Cole's car, Hester, Bain. As Ralph Green is the leader. Oh, and there's a wreck further back here. Oh, Dylan Young is involved. Christian James, Jacob Lawler, Daniel Schwab, Kenny McCurry, John Dillon, Matt Nathan, Diego Brace, Alex Lozano. And that was after the caution came out. Oh, my goodness gracious. Car is smoking up ahead. That's, oh, in his first start, Dylan Young. Oh, man. Jake Berg, heavily damaged. And the leader is James Bald. Apparently he got the lead at the stripe there. Ralph Green is second, but oh my goodness gracious. And Ray Wilson went for one of the scariest rides I think I've ever seen a driver take here at Daytona. Let's take a look. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a race or a clip that's going to be played on highlight reels for quite a while. Hopefully Ray Wilson is okay, because this was a hard hit right here. Watch James Bald. He's trying to draft with Ray Wilson, but he gets into him in the wrong spot, and Wilson's just going to come down. And Harold Columbia, the leader, is just an innocent bystander. Look at the hit they take right there. Look at Jake Rogers, that car just barely squeaking underneath the 52. But look at this. He's barrel rolling up in the high groove. I mean, that never happens. And look at his car get airborne. Oh, my goodness. Flipping wildly. Actually flips on top and over Harold Columbia. And watch Jake Cole come into the picture right there. Oh, and Adrian Brace is going to get some of it too. But look at the front end of Harold Columbia. There is none. No front end on that 27. And the same can be said for Jake Cole right here. No front end on that Call of Duty car either. I can't even tell you if that's a Chevy or not, because you can't even see it. It's actually a Ford. You can see a Ford logo just barely right there. But man, oh man. And now let's take a look and see what involved other drivers after the caution had come out for this wreck. But before we do that, we got to show you here what happened to these cars coming off turn 4. That wreck occurring there, John Dillon's going to get into that left rear quarter panel of the number 28 of Jordan Hester. Another guy doing very well in the standings. He's going to go up. He's going to get a piece of the outside retaining wall right there, and then his problems aren't over. Is coming into the picture very soon. You're going to have Ziggy Bain and Robert Cruz. There's Cruz in the 07. Oh, just T-bones it. Look at the front end of that race car. It flew up in the air. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I certainly did. Oh my goodness. And Cruz just heavily damaged there, and Ziggy Bain runs into him and flips over the 07. So the 52, the 07, the 28, all barrel rolling here. And if you didn't see the front end of, I believe it was Robert Cruz's car come off, we're going to try and get another camera angle so you can see it actually just flew straight in the air. The whole front of that car. But Jordan Hester still hadn't stopped flipping there at that point. But I do believe that car did land on all four wheels. But we're going to have to get updates on Hester, Cruz, Cole, Columbia, Wilson. A lot of drivers who took hard licks here. Alright, now take a look here very carefully. We're going to slow this down to a reasonable speed. Hester comes into the picture here. And Robert Cruz will do the same. Now watch right here. Watch this contact. Look right there. You see that? That's the whole front end of the Robert Cruz machine. And look at how it just goes straight up into the air. It's right up there if you haven't seen it yet. And it's just gone. Then you got some debris flying right here as well. And I think Ziggy Bain drives over it. So that could have even given him some tire damage there. Alright, let's go and look at the wreck that occurred under caution now. Okay, it looks like maybe the 59, young rookie Dylan Young, tried to get underneath of James Bald for some reason. But Christian James clips him, and look at the 59 just sliding, 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 trying to avoid that inside retaining wall. It looks like he does too. Maybe not. Oh! That's not an easy hit for the 59, and that was a hard, hard lick. But then it's not over. That car was actually still going about 115 miles an hour when it hit the wall. And watch this. Scrubbing off no speed, back up into the car that turned him, Christian James. Nails the wall. Look at Corey Williams. Just squeak by. Adam Rose does the same. Oh, Sean Galligan is involved there. Lozano, Nathan, Jake Rogers, John Dillon, Daniel Schwab, Kenny McCurry, Jake Berg, Diego Brace, Michael Harvey, Jacob Lawler, Angel D'Souza. That's the list I've got here of drivers that were involved, and this was under the caution flag, no less. Let's go back for the restart, and boy, I wonder how many cars we're going to have for the restart. Right then, so we're ready to go under green. Look at how small the field is there. Goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Big events happening here at Daytona. Anyway, drivers that are out are drivers that are not on the racetrack, put it that way, but I'll go through the list anyway. We've got Jake Berg out, Angel D'Souza, Ziggy Bain is out of the race. Also Dylan Young, Christian James, Daniel Schwab, Kenny McCurry, Jacob Lawler, Robert Cruz, Ray Wilson, Harold Columbia, Jordan Hester, Jake Cole, John Brace. They have all retired from this race, joining Noel Stiller, Robert Band, Jacob Rodriguez, Nick Eggleston, Anthony McCurry, Tim Pacioli, Adam Chambers, John Worry, Tom Weekly, Jesse Kaplan, Lisa Shears, Arnold Columbia, Kristen Worry, and Philip Stiller. One lap down there is Alex Lozano. Matt Nathan behind him is 2 laps down, but these are the cars that are on the lead lap that still are in it to possibly win it. James Bald leads, Ralph Green is 2nd, Corey Williams 3rd, Adam Rose 4th, Sean Galligan 5th, 6th is Jake Rogers, Michael Harvey 7th, 8th is Dougie Shears, 9th is Matthew Rodriguez, 10th is Diego Brace, 11th is John Dillon, and 12th is Adrian Brace. 1 lap down in 13th is where we find Alex Lozano, and 2 laps down in 14th right now is Matt Nathan. So this is chaotic. That's pretty much the only word for it, as we have only 14 cars left on the racetrack, 12 of them on the lead lap. And we still have over 10 laps to go. When they hit the stripe, it'll be a total of 14 remaining. A lot of drivers here that could really benefit with a win, though. James Bald actually doing pretty well, but does not have a win this season. Green flag is out. Now, what do you think? With 12 race cars on the lead lap, only 14 on the track, do you think they're going to be able to keep it clean for 14 laps? I'm not that hopeful. Oh! Jake Rogers right into the back of Sean Galligan there, just shoving him. And look at Adam Rose. We're looking at Alex Lozano here. He's actually 1 lap down now on the tail end of the lead lap. He probably is praying for a caution right now, as James Ball now slides by Matt Nathan and takes over the top spot. Adam Rose moves into 2nd. Galligan, Rogers, they move into 3rd and 4th. And now James Ball going to try and put Alex Lozano down a lap again. And he will do so, as there is no caution to save Alex Lozano. He will fall 1 lap down again to the leaders. Sean Galligan right there in 2nd. Jake Rogers sliding into 3rd. And now Rogers takes a peek to the inside of Sean Galligan. That would be for 2nd place. But he doesn't really get a good run there. Lozano got a better run on the high side there than Lozano did, and that's because he had the drafting partner in Adam Rose. You know, Lozano is 1 lap down, but he is up to speed with these race cars. No doubt about that. And Corey Williams now slides into the top 5, as he now takes 4th away from Adam Rose. But James Bald leaves the way, and now everything is all spread out here, so we may have a chance of racing this back to the checkered flags under green. Well, there goes that theory. Caution's out. And it's for Diego Brace and Michael Harvey. So, I jinxed us. What else is new? Let's go see why we're under the caution. Well, two braces getting together here. Diego into the back of Adrian. And this was pretty much a battle for the 9th position. And it goes south in a hurry. Adrian Brace gets a piece of the wall right there. And then he comes down. And Diego Brace makes some more contact with him. And car starts smoking there. And that ended Diego Brace's day. And Adrian may end up going to the garage area as well. So Braces taking and getting involved in a wreck here up in the turn 3, turn 4 vicinity. Put us under the caution once again. Alright, so we're about to go back under green on lap 17 of 24, which will give us a total of 8 laps to complete this race here tonight at Daytona. And as I said, I thought both brace drivers would end up retiring. They have indeed retired from this race. So we still have a total of, I think now, 12 cars on the racetrack, 10 on the lead lap. Let's show you who they are. James Bald leads. Sean Galligan is second. 11th place is where Alex Lozano runs. He is 1 lap down. Third is Jake Rogers. Fourth is Corey Williams, and Adam Rose is in 5th. 2 laps down right now. He would be in the 12th position is Matt Nathan. John Dillon runs 6th. 7th, Matthew Rodriguez. 8th is Dougie Shears. 9th, Michael Harvey, and Ralph Green completes the top 10. So pretty much if we were to go through and tell you who the top 10 were, we would just have to say, look at who's on the lead lap, because there are only 10 cars on the lead lap, 12 cars remaining on the racetrack. If you're just joining us, we have had massive wrecks here at Daytona already. About almost half the field taken out in the first 2 cautions, and almost nearly half the field taken out in the whole second caution, as there were a total of 3 separate wrecks occurring, taking out numerous drivers. And we've also had some top point drivers taken out, including points leader Timmy Pacioli, Nick Eggleston, Adam Chambers, and several others. Philip Stiller, Robert Bann, all being taken out here in wrecks today. Few drivers that are up at the top of the standings, up in that top 10 area. Jake Rogers and John Dillon doing a pretty good job still in this thing, and green flag is back out. James Ball looking for NNSCRA Season 2 Oreo Truck Series win number 1. Now, same can be said for Sean Galligan, same can be said for Alex Lozano, Jake Rogers, and Corey Williams. You can say the same for them as well. Trying to look through here, see any former winners. The only ones I'm seeing are Michael Harvey and John Dillon. I believe they're the only 2 that have been to victory lane. Nope, Matthew Rodriguez as well can be added to that list of drivers who have already been to victory lane here in Season 2. But with the odds as they are, it's almost unlikely. Oh, I thought Jake Rogers was going to wreck Alex Lozano there. That was close. But the odds aren't likely that those drivers that I mentioned, Harvey, Dillon, Rodriguez, that they're going to go to victory lane for a second time here tonight. Because they got a lot of race cars to battle it out with. And here's Alex Lozano. He wants to get back on the lead lap still, and he will do so. Going by James Baldus. Now Sean Galligan actually is the new leader, even though he's running second in this pack. And now he's going to get challenged for the lead. Corey Williams, no. Adam Rose going to go 3 wide, but no drafting help. He needs a drafting partner to get by here, and now he's got one. Jake Rogers going to help him out there. Oh, James Bald hung on to that. So does Sean Galligan. Great job by those guys to keep their truck straight. Whew, that was mighty, mighty close. These drivers have got to be on the edge of their seats, because these cars, they don't look like they've got good grip here at this racetrack here tonight. Track seems awfully slick. Oh, Corey Williams! Oh, he gets turned! Corey Williams spins! Oh, and Sean Galligan spins! Galligan is spinning wildly. Corey Williams has now got a hold of his race car. And this may be a race to the line here. Adam Rose all by himself. I don't know if this race will end under caution or not. We'll be having a total of 5 laps to go here now. Rose leads under caution now. Ralph Green second, John Dillon third, Matthew Rodriguez, James Ball. That's the top 5, but let's take a look at the 2 spins. Luckily for Galligan and Corey Williams, however, they did not hit anything to my knowledge. And again, going back to what I was saying, seems like no grip on the racetrack. Watch the 15 sliding around here. He slips up the racetrack, slips down the racetrack. Galligan's trying to figure out, hey, what are you doing here so I can draft with you? And unfortunately, it just sends him down into Jake Rogers, and Corey Williams is going to go for a bit of a spin there. But I don't think he hits the wall, and he's also here on this pavement, which helps him to keep his car on the ground. You see the roof flaps coming into play there. Keeps his car from going airborne, and he's just going to do a complete 360, and then you watch him right here. Watch those back wheels. He gets the car righted there, punches the throttle. Look at the tires spin, but he gets it going. Now let's take a look at Sean Galligan, who also spun out. Well, it looks like after he made contact with Corey Williams, Galligan got up and got a little piece of the wall, but then he realized, hey, I gotta get off this wall, and then he comes down, James Bald is already there, and Galligan bounces off of the right side of the Ralph Green machine. And here's the incredible thing, Galligan is completely sideways right there. But there is a little bit of racing room, but look at Jake Rogers, just barely, oh no he didn't, just barely, I thought he did, but he did get a piece of Sean Galligan. Oh, so Rogers did get some contact there with Galligan. Doesn't look like anything serious, but Sean Galligan, Corey Williams go for a spin down the back straightaway to push under the caution once again. Alright, so nobody retiring as a result of that caution due to the fact that it was merely a spin out. Okay, so these drivers will prepare to go back under green, but it looks like someone has retired. No, nobody is... Yes, Dougie Shears is retired. As well as Matt Nathan, I believe. Not sure why Dougie Shears is retired, but he is out nonetheless. Anyway, here are the drivers. Adam Rose leads. Alex Lozano is 10th, but he is one lap down. Ralph Green is 2nd. John Dillon 3rd. There's Matt Nathan. Actually, he has not retired, but Dougie Shears has. Matt Nathan is currently 12th, 2 laps down. 4th is Matthew Rodriguez, 5th James Bald, 6th is Jake Rogers, Michael Harvey 7th, 8th Corey Williams, and 9th is Sean Galligan. But I'm still curious to find out what happened to Dougie Shears. He is retired from the race. He's not just sitting on pit road or anything. So if he were sitting on pit road, I think maybe it was a mechanical failure or tire problem or something with the battery. But something definitely was amiss on the 99. And he was not a driver that ended up spinning out or getting involved in a wreck, or we most certainly would have shown it on the replay. I'm a little bit surprised. A little bit taken aback, a little bit curious, wondering why Dougie Shears retired from this race. His car seemed like it was up to speed, but I can only surmise that maybe something mechanical went on in that car that only he knew about, because there was no smoke to be seen coming from a race car, or we would have made note of it before we started showing these cars and going through the starting order for this final one-lap shootout. So here we go. The green flag and white flag going to be displayed at the same time to Adam Rose, who has a lap car between himself and second place Ralph Green. So that's a bit of an advantage. However, Alex Lozano is up to speed with the rest of these drivers. So that may be a mixed blessing, depending on which way it goes for Adam Rose. Ralph Green there in second. Looking maybe for 2 in a row is John Dillon as he hangs there in third. Maybe he hung back a little too long. Don't know. Look at Ralph Green, though. He's going to try and go to the inside. No, John Dillon going to put the crosshairs move on him. And he's going to go down to the inside line for second. Adam Rose, on the other hand, he's all by himself, as he's got a lap car between himself and Ralph Green out of turn 4 for the final time. Adam Rose, a go-or-go-homer, is going to take the checkers here tonight at Daytona. Schwab Racing picks up a win in the form of the 83 truck. Wow, a go-or-go-homer. This guy's just been trying to make races, and he picks up a win here tonight. As a matter of fact, go-or-go-homers finish 1-2. Rose and Ralph Green. How about that? Wow, congratulations to Adam Rose as he picks up a win. What else is in store for us here at Daytona? I have no idea, but we'll find out. Mobile Cup cars, Snickers Cup cars, they come up next. You've been watching the production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.